up, Ninja Nation? It's Bowman 9000, aka the Trumbull Ninja. Welcome back to the Dynamic Ratings Comparison video. Today's video, the D'Angelo Russell Dilemma. That's right, so we have 3 cards in total for D'Angelo Russell. We got a silver card that came out at the beginning of the year. We have a Dynamic Ratings D'Angelo Russell that came out in the beginning of the year as well. And we have a D'Angelo Russell, a gold moments card that is, what is that, an 83 overall right now? It's an 81 overall, excuse me. I take a little bit of an issue with this. So you guys know I do the card comparisons, you know, telling you guys, should you get the silver, should you get the gold, you know, who do you think is going to move up ahead? But I just want to come out and say it. I don't believe that moments cards should exist. Yes, I did say that. For anybody who's listening, if you guys feel the same way for the reasons I'm about to describe, you know, definitely let me know. But first off, we're gonna go into these stats right here. Most importantly, we're just gonna look straight up at the silver Dynamic Ratings card versus the gold moments card. And the moments card is, I'm assuming, from when they beat the Warriors and created that huge upset. D'Angelo Russell went off that game. They should be able to flip over the back of the card and tell me exactly what moment it was so we can know. Anyway, so the moments card has an 84 and an 86 moving and standing shot 3 respectively. Very good. His jumper is nice. The drive and layup 94. You're gonna make the layup or draw the foul either way, and then you can shoot some free throws. Passing vision is a 78. Doesn't really matter. His speed is and acceleration is 83 and 84. We all know he's not a defensive player yet, so it doesn't really matter what his defensive stats are. So I'm not gonna show him. That's right, I'm not gonna show him. Doesn't matter. But anyway, back to the reasoning as to why I think moments cards should not exist. So somebody like me, I pay attention to the NBA in general. I'm a Heat fan, I'm a Spurs fan, blah blah blah. I don't know if you can say that in the same sentence, but whatever, I'm saying it. And I'm a player, I'm a fan of the NBA in general. I follow just about every team and just about every player that plays any significant role and or minutes on those teams. In this case, let's just say that you are a huge D'Angelo Russell fan coming out of college and you think he has the opportunity to do something fantastic with the Los Angeles Lakers, right? So you go, oh, you know what? In my team, he's got a Dynamic Ratings card. I'm gonna get him and just hold on to him. Hopefully that later on in the season, his card moves up in stats, right? So you buy the card, bang, you hold on to it. Now, let's say the casual fan who just plays my team just because they like to play my team and they don't really follow the NBA, you know, they crapped on D'Angelo Russell. They didn't think he was going to do anything, and then suddenly there's a moments card that comes out, bang, they cop that. Now, to me, I feel like the whole MyTeam experience is to simulate real life basketball, real life player movement, stat movement, etc. If you're just gonna come out and create a card that demolishes the dynamic rating system, then why buy the dynamic ratings card? I'm saying anybody who it's just like fantasy sports, right? I'm gonna pick up people in the fantasy draft that I think are gonna do me well, not necessarily who the big names are. Of course, you're gonna pick up your Kevin Durant, your Russell Westbrook, LeBron James, etc., so on and so forth. But if you take a gamble on a dynamic ratings card and that person suddenly starts going off mid-season, you should get rewarded for that, like instantly. Now, okay, I know there's a lot of work that goes into updating these cards, so maybe not instantly, but more drastically. I think the dynamic rating cards should be updated more often, and therefore there wouldn't be no need to have a moments card stating, hey, he had this miraculous game. Instead of creating a whole new card, why not just update the dynamic rating card a little bit more? Now, if you're that guy who got D'Angelo Russell in the beginning of the season, you suddenly have a gold card that you didn't know about, which is amazing. That's a great reward for playing the system the way it's supposed to be played. For all the scrubs who didn't pay attention to D'Angelo Russell before the season started, they now have to spring out and shell out some more MT if they want to get this said player who's suddenly a gold. Now, he might drop down. I'm saying they should update the dynamic ratings card a little bit more often, therefore getting rid of the need for the moments card. That also means if D'Angelo Russell comes down off of his soapbox and suddenly starts shooting poorly again, not making the right plays, etc., you might find yourself having a silver. But what this does in the beginning of the season and in the middle of the season and near the end of the season, it creates an opportunity where you're not seeing the same lineups over and over again, because now the player is going to create moments where, oh, I'm going to chase this guy. I think J.R. Smith is going to have a great game. I feel like Kyle Lowry is going to make a push here and there, so I'm going to get these players. And now that we're chasing the dynamic ratings cards, we're chasing those attribute updates as opposed to just sitting on our butts playing with Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Russell Westbrook, John Wall, etc. No, don't just sit on our butts and play with those guys. And waiting for the moments card to release. We're gonna actually have to dive into the stats and pay attention to the real life basketball players. All right, guys, so look, I feel like I've taken up enough of your time. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm just saying, I don't think the moments card should exist. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying, 2K, if you guys are listening, Ronnie, LD, if you guys are listening out to this, anybody in the community, like this video, etc. I just think that the moments card shouldn't exist, and that the dynamic ratings card should just be updated a little bit more frequently and maybe a little bit more drastically, so you feel that reward for the players that you bought them early on and you sat on them, like you sat on the Joe Johnson on the Nets, even though the Nets sucked, and then he gets traded to the Heat and starts doing great and making shots. Like that, you should immediately start digging through your collection to see if you have that player still. That's a great feeling. It's like Christmas, y'all. But yeah, I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm done preaching. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, man. All right, peace. What up, NinjaNation? It's Bowman 9000 here. Thank you guys for coming out to another video. If you are new here, go ahead and click like, man. Hit the subscribe button, show your support. Follow me on Twitter, on Instagram, and on Twitch so you guys know what's going on. If you guys came for the dynamic rating series and you want to watch more of that playlist, or you don't know about the Power 4 My Career series on season 4, click on the right hand side. Vice versa, if you came for the Power 4 and you didn't know about the dynamic ratings, click on the left side of the screen and it'll take you directly to that playlist. Thank you for watching.